Welcome to the YouTube channel of mprugs.com. Hope you and your family are doing well. In today's episode, I'm going to be featuring two types of Kashmir rugs that are very common, very popular with folks around the world. And this is as a result of the questions and inquiries that I've been getting, and it has to do with the silk quality of the Kashmir rugs and how you can tell the difference. Most of the handmade silk rugs are either, the most common are, when you talk about the high quality pieces, India, Iran, Turkey, China. But the Kashmir rugs are really renowned around the world for the silk rugs and everything, the handmade, and also they're not as expensive as the genuine, the knotted, the Persian, the gom rugs, like the small piece that I have here, and as well as the older, the Turkish rugs. So in this video, I'm going to feature also a quality that you typically don't find in the Indian rugs, which is the 24/24 quality. So in this video, I'm going to feature different types of qualities of the Indian Kashmir rugs. I'm also going to get behind the camera a little bit and show you some of the details and everything on how you can tell the difference. And just so you know, even though, like in the case of this piece right here that I'm standing in front of, this is a 24/24 quality, which means 24 knots per inch. This is about as high of a quality of the Kashmir as you can get. Comes out to be about 576 kpsi. The standard quality, high quality of the Kashmir rugs, these are 1818 quality, which is about 324 knots per square inch. That is already considered to be very fine, very high quality. But the 24/24 quality Kashmir rugs are also oftentimes compared to the pure silk gom rugs. Like I have a small example here. So when I get behind the camera, I'll show you some of the features and everything. But this has to do with a lot of the questions that I've been getting, where people have asked me, like, for example, the price differences and everything. But I thought I'd just point out a few features to you before I get behind the camera. And then one of them has to do with the value. The 1818 quality is, generally speaking, a little bit less than half the cost of a 24/24 quality. Also, the 1818 quality, when you look at all of the Kashmir, the silk rugs, you're looking at typically about 20% of them are made in the 1818 quality. Most of them are 1010 and 1414 quality, even the lower end. So of the top quality pieces, only about 1 or 2% are actually made in the 24/24 quality because of the amount of time and the cost associated with them. As a rule, when it comes to handmade rugs, the finer, the more expensive a handmade carpet is, the smaller the selection. Simply because, well, more people are willing and able to spend a few $100s, for example, on a rug, than a few thousand. Simple economics. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get behind the camera, as I often do. I'm also going to feature a few other types of 24/24 quality Kashmir rugs. Chose these two pieces in particular because I wanted to show you similar pieces that may look similar to most viewers, but are actually very different. And we also, like I said, with the 24/24 quality, they're very rare. We only have a handful of them, and like I said, I got the pictures here of some of the pieces, and they are so rare that when we do find them, we actually tend to feature them. But because of their large size, I'm also not able to just hang them up here for you to look at. So I'm going to be putting links below in the description. Also, as I mentioned to many of you, as I've always done throughout my channel, if you have questions about a rug that you may have, and the Kashmir rugs are the types of rugs that a lot of my clients have questions on, whether it's visitors to our website at mprugs.com or whether it is viewers of our YouTube channel. Below in the description is a link to a video where I show you what type of pictures I need and how to get them to me and everything. And simply email me the pictures. I can give you a quick answer to any questions that you may have. And as our channel keeps growing, I'm getting more and more questions, inquiries about folks, from folks about the rugs they have. And so with that, also, this is a channel that is all about handmade rugs. So if you like it, feel free to subscribe. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get behind the camera, show you the differences, because on these types of rugs, I think it's best for me to actually try to zoom in on the details and show you the differences instead of just talking about it. So I'm going to see you again here later and say my quick goodbyes. So here I'm back again from behind the camera as always, and I laid out the rugs. What I'm going to do is first I'm going to show you the differences. For those of you who are looking at potentially buying one of these rugs, remember that Kashmir rugs are made with a silk pile, and like with all silk rugs, there is a huge difference between the light side, which is what you're looking at right here, and you can see the color coordination, the color combinations from the light side. Sometimes in this case right here, you can see how the reds really come through in from the light side of the larger piece, and in this case right here you can see how the browns and the olive green comes out. But then as you turn around, you will notice that some of the colors change. The dark, the runner now, the green, I noticed the greens much more dominant than they were before. And here you notice the reds kind of goes away and it becomes almost like a rusty color. And this is what the light and the dark side of silk rugs are all about. But what I wanted to point out, and this is really has to do with the differences in the qualities, and to give you a few pointers. On the left, we have the runner. That is an 1818 quality. And on the right is the large piece, which is a 2424 quality. And to show you the difference, I'm just going to flip the rugs over, and because it's, as I oftentimes tell the viewers and my clients, if you have questions about rugs, send me a corner picture of the front and back of the rugs. That tells me a lot about a rug. And what I mean when I say 1818 quality and 2424 quality, one of the things that I always tell my clients is, if you have a question about a knot count, if you want to know the quality of the rug, simply put a ruler down on a phone, on the back of the rug, and then with your phone here, like I'm doing right now, I literally just zoomed up on it, and I take a picture of it. Then I can blow it up and I count the knots over 1 inch. And as you can see here, 1818 quality. Over here we have a 2424 quality. This comes out to be 576 knots per square inch. This is 324. So a lot more finer. It's a lot more expensive. But as with all of the Kashmir rugs, you have a silk pile that is on a cotton foundation. Now there are a very few pieces that also have a silk foundation. But as a rule, you have silk pile and the foundation, which is all simply the fringes that goes up and down the entire rug. That is all on the Kashmir rugs, it's cotton. On the pure silk Gom rugs or on the Herake rugs, the fringes, all that would be silk. But what is important for you to note, and I'm just going to put these here side by side, and you can also tell by the discoloring, a lot of folks sell the 24/24 quality Kashmir rugs as pure silk. A lot of them claim that they have a silk foundation, and when you actually zoom in, you can actually see that the fringes look different. It looks as if this piece right here, the 24/24, has a much finer, less whitish looking fringe, but this is not. Um, I just want you to be aware of the fact you're looking at cotton and cotton. The difference between the two is that this cotton that is used on the 24/24 quality Kashmir rugs is oftentimes mercerized cotton. This is very important. This is the type of cotton that is treated. It is also used for clothing. Very fine, very shiny. It has all the qualities and looks of silk. It's actually stronger than untreated cotton. But a lot of folks, a lot of rug dealers, they'll even sell these as silk, pure silk rugs. That is not the fact. This piece right here, while we could easily offer this to the public as a pure silk rug, this is actually standard Kashmir silk pile cotton foundation. It's very important that you know the difference between, and you can see from the, I'm just going to step back here, you can see the difference. Regular cotton, untreated, much more whitish looking. The mercerized cotton, which is basically a treated cotton, it changes the structure of the cotton. It actually also makes it stronger. But like I said, the best way for me to always describe the mercerized cotton is this is what is used in clothing. And you'll notice that the newer clothing shirts that are made today versus 40, 50 years ago have a tendency of being shinier and less easier to maintain with ironing and everything. They don't wrinkle as quickly. Well, that is the difference between regular cotton and mercerized cotton. So I wanted to feature the differences a little bit, as I've been getting a lot of your questions, and I hope that these close-ups are of help to you. I'm going to come back to you now and just say my quick final goodbyes. So there was our video about the Kashmir rugs, the differences between the 1818 quality and the 24/24 quality, which is oftentimes compared to the pure silk Gom rugs. I hope you enjoyed this video. For those of you that had questions about the Kashmir rugs, I hope that I was able to answer some of the questions for you. I'm going to be coming back to you with many more videos as time goes on. As I mentioned earlier, if you would like to be notified when the new videos come out, feel free to subscribe. And until we see each other again, I wish you and your family the very best. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.